Hi there, this is about the third video in the series on trigonometry. There was a first one that talked about opposite and adjacent, and the second one introduced you to your three trig functions, and now I'm going to introduce you to the dreaded SOHCAHTOA. When I was in high school, didn't learn about SOHCAHTOA. I don't know, maybe Yorkin was just backwater woods. We never learned it, we just remembered, we got told to memorize it. If you've seen this, it's really funny because I spell it wrong all the time because I didn't learn it this way. But you're clever, you did. One thing I have done is I always put a space between them because I just find it so much easier. And all this is a lovely mnemonic or kind of an acronym, I guess. I don't know, whichever word you want to use, that helps you remember what they are. And as much as this is lovely, I don't care. I'm always writing sine theta. It's opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse. And tan theta is opposite over adjacent. Now, if this is good enough for you, or you want to do sine is equal to, enjoy. This is just, I don't exactly know how many years, but a lot of years of training, so I just automatically do that. Now comes the fun part. What I found students struggle with is they go, well, you know what, this SOHCAHTOA is all tickety-boo and lovely. I don't know what to do with it. Or they look at a question and go, I have no idea which one of those things I'm supposed to use. So this video, and I think the next video, are just about figuring that out. Because once you get it, it's easy. But at the start, it looks pretty scary. So here's what you're going to do. Let's take a look at this one. Okay, here's my triangle. First thing, always find your hypotenuse. So there's my square corner. I'm going to go across. And there's your hypotenuse. Now, this one doesn't have a theta or anything on it, but you can see it's got a little bit of question mark in there. So this is the angle we care about. So hypotenuse, round our corner, that's adjacent, and which makes this side opposite. In other words, step one is just label your triangle based on the information you're given. What you want to do then is figure out what you want and what information you're given, and that part is going to tell you which of the trig functions you're going to use. So I have my opposite side. So if I go here, look, opposite is here and here. So I know it's either going to be sine or tangent, because those are the ones that have opposites in it. My picture, although I messed it up, you can't see very well, also has the hypotenuse in it. So it's got opposite and it's got a hypotenuse. Well, you go back to your list. Oh, sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So that's which trig function you're going to use to solve the equation. We're not going to solve it right now. It doesn't matter because you don't, well, maybe you know how, maybe you don't, but that's not the point. Right now, I just want to get used to like figuring these things out. Sorry about the little numbers. I borrowed this from somewhere else and I just cut and pasted kind of like the whole question sheet. All right, let's take a look. I think these were from CUDA. CUDA software, awesome stuff. Let's see. Here's my hypotenuse. And this side is my adjacent. And this is opposite. So I have numbers for opposite and hypotenuse. Well, that's got to be sine again. So sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. And I'm rewriting this every time, and it won't hurt you to rewrite it every time because you need to memorize this stuff. Okay, just learn it. Don't say, oh, it's an open book test or whatever. It's just learn it. Be done with it. How hard is SOHCAHTOA? All right, let's see this one. No, really? Okay, here's my hypotenuse. Go around the corner. There's my adjacent. Times opposite. Okay, you already know that sine theta. I thought these were mixed up more. Oh, and I just randomly used sine theta. I guess I could have put sine question mark because question mark is what it is in the picture. Okay, look at that. Are you seeing a pattern here? There's my hypotenuse. Go around the angle. There's my adjacent. And there's opposite. I guess I should have mixed these up on you. Sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. I sure hope, excuse me, they change pretty soon. All right. Oh, yes, 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 they do right now. Now it gets a little more interesting. All right, so there's my hypotenuse. Go around my corner. It's adjacent. Now in this one, I have adjacent and I have opposite. And if you go back, I'm going to write it down here. Soka. Doa. Adjacent and opposite, boom, that's tangent. So tan theta. That's opposite over adjacent. Again, what I want you to know is which one of the ones you can use, and based on the information you're given with opposite and adjacent, right? Opposite and adjacent must be tangent. There you go. That's it. Oh, looks like this one here. Look, hypotenuse, around the corner, adjacent, opposite. That's what we're given. That's where our numbers are. So we saw adjacent, so it means it's going to be those two. Now it's opposite, so it is tangent again. I'm oddly fond of tangent simply because I know if I have the two sides, it's tangent right away. If, like the one up here, I have one side and the hypotenuse, I have to think a little harder because it's either going to be sine or cosine. But tangent, two sides, boom, right away. You know it's going to be tangent. Not unlike this one. See what I mean? Hypotenuse, adjacent. Oh, goodness, what is that? And opposite. So. And my last one here, I hope this is the cosine, I think it is. I've got my hypotenuse again. Around my corner. There's adjacent. There's opposite. So on this one, I have the adjacent side and I have the hypotenuse. And if you go down here, the only one that has adjacent and hypotenuse is cos. By the way, not cos, cos. And there we go. That is how you figure out which one of the formulas to use. At this point, I could care less about the numbers. All I want you to be able to do is to label them and pick which is the correct formula. That wasn't so bad. Math. Reinvented. Okay, math. Easier.